So for Cass, let's shift this down. I'm trying to record this also, but the tributary is what's coming through, and it feels like a little branch is coming through this way, and then the bigger branch of flow goes this way. So let's take a look. That's the point. There's something that's moving on in a new way that's really important for you right now. This is what's coming up really strong here. Here. And then also here, there's a choice that needs to be gone. All right, give me a second here. The tributary, the grief that the moving on needs to, this is the tributary. If you want something to be cleared, cleansed, and moved through, you need to do it in a different way. The petty grief and the petty complaints and the strife and gripe and sometimes competition on deck, the confusing and elusive, everything is possible. We have all the potentials, all the potentials, all the potentials. It does feel like you're getting sold something that is not quite accurate and you know better. It feels like smoke and mirrors coming through on this card. This idea of the 1111, this idea of the perfect, it's not serving it, but it's something that you delude or are deluded with, not diluted, but delusional a little bit in this. I think you're giving somebody a little more credit than what they need, a little more credit than what they've earned, but you're in this situation, you know better than I. This little stream, this little period of time, this little way of doing recently is showing all of this nonsense that's leading into this sort of truth here and the desire to move on towards peace that needs to come. Now, this is backdrop. This feels backdrop of another time, another place. We've got the Three of Wands here, and I want it to be the Four of Wands, but it's not the Four of Wands. This is the three, waiting. Four of Wands over here is recent past. Wheel of Fortune. Something has changed. A cycle has ended. A cycle has shifted. There needs to be a new thing, a new lesson, a new creative role that you need to play if you want to pursue your happiness. King of Swords is saying you need to get strategic, motherfucker. This King of Swords wants you to be more strategic than you have been about what you've been doing. There is something that you are doing a disservice to yourself about. I think you know what this is logically, but your heart does not want to accept it. I don't feel like the future needs to go on in the same way that it's been in the past. I feel like that's pretty much going to run you into a brick wall and create stagnance. I would think honor what the friendship has been, honor the friend aspect of the relationship. There's too much expectation and a little bit of delusion put on this. I'm not sure what that's about, but it feels like it feels like he's not shooting straight with you about something, and I don't think he's shooting straight with himself about something. Now, you probably know what this is, whether it's a vice or person or whatever this is. It doesn't feel like that there is the sort of integrity from his side of the equation. You're trying to get that running through, charging through, but all it does is create a little bit more of that chaos. He's not ready to own that truth about what he wants to change yet, and it might not be in his particular path right now to do so. Six of Swords is saying move forward towards the peace, and the Ace of Swords following it. The truth that's clear to you is you aren't on the same fucking page. You're just not on the same page. You need to get out, cover your ass, take care of what you need to take care of, leave him to sit there, and you need to live to fight the other day. You have the Seven of Swords. You need to be the sneaky Pete for your own behalf. There's something that he's not owning up to, and he's sabotaging, whether it be himself or the relationship or whatever. He doesn't want to own up to it and grow yet, but you're ready to grow. You're ready to move forward. Sun is here coming through big time. Two of Wands is here. You're taking the steps forward. You have to do it first. That's an unfortunate, I really don't love that, but that's what's coming through. You have to do the work first. He isn't ready to have the growth come through. It's like there's a little bit of a toxicity in some way of thinking, thought, patterning, whatever. It feels like he's not ready to move, not ready to shift, whatever the issue is. He's not ready to make nice, not ready to resolve, not ready to come forward. You're ready to move forward. He's not. Anything else you need to know about this? The future needs to be more independent for yourself. Absolutely, absolutely. Hold your ground, defend your boundaries, defend what you want. You don't do in relationships what doesn't serve you, okay? It's not our job to accommodate or bend ourselves or just yield to somebody else's expectation when that's not right for us. Then here, this independent woman in the garden, check on it later. It doesn't feel like any time in September he's going to have his head out of his ass. It just doesn't feel that way. It's 11:11 right now. Going back here. One more. Yeah. You're going to have to just take it a little bit at a time and trust your own intuition on this. There is something, deception, lies, secrets, confusion going on. With these two coming through, there's confusion about what makes the 1111, what makes the harmony for you. It's like something that you used to believe would make things work and make things go perfect, tra-la-la-la-la, is not fucking working, nor will it ever be fucking working on this case. This independence needs to come from you first. This is important for you. Important. What's up with that? We're going to go in this. This is a deck that I felt drawn to, and it's an oracle deck. It's the Healing Light Oracle. I want to see what it has for you. This is a spiritual lesson for you coming through. The divine fruit. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light. My heart is warmth. My soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. Now look at this. And throw it with the very simple context of this. You in the garden right here, enjoying everything that you bring forward. Now throw it in context with this. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep the sun shining and happy out of you. Keep your light glowing. Don't worry about him. He's not going to add to your light right now. He isn't the be-all answer for the universe, for you right now, not for this month. It feels like this month is a lesson for right now. And I wouldn't, don't worry if he's not on the same page. Just know that he's not, and it's not your job to get him there, sweetie. It's not. Some people you could mark, this is your clue, here's your sign, here you go, bajillion bucks, here it is, boom, bada boom, bada boom, and they still wouldn't get it. And that's how it feels like. He's kind of thick as a brick right now. Doesn't matter. That might sound a little bit harsh. It's not intended to be harsh. He's just not on the same page. So let your expectations come back to yourself, where you are centered, you are focused, you are growing. It isn't so much about him. The future between you and JP in September is scattywampus. So you might as well nourish what is the light within you. Nourish what is about you. Nourish your own independence and allow the friendship to be there. But I'd backburner that fucker. Which that means you have your shit going on. You have your things happening. You have much going on. And get around to JP when you get around to JP. This is going to be something that might help him realize, what's going on? She's awfully busy leading her own life. She's awfully busy doing her thing. She's awfully busy. I miss my friend. And this is something that's important. What else we got? No. I will just end up saying the same thing over and over till I'm blue in the face. That's what I've got. Keep it simple, sweetie. That's what I got. There isn't something that is to be done, to repair, to bring together. You just be you in your highest sense of self and let the universe bring the rest forward, okay? Because there is a cycle on this that's bigger than what you can control. All right, that's what I got. A little bit of water for me. List is open, guys, and we are rocking and rolling today. All right. Okay, Brandy for the Blind Oracle. Brandy. Are we really going here? We are. Okay, hang on. Hang on, Brandy. We're going here. This is one also that stopped up this morning. Often before the show, I'll be doing my thing and meditating, doing my cards or whatever. And then I'll have certain decks that are wanting to rotate forward. It's like they're itching to move forward. And the mermaids are coming. There's something about the siren's call that you need to activate for yourself. It's something that like we see in the Judgment card, we see Gabriel blowing the horn, resurrection, second chances, hope, healing, a wholeness coming through. This is like the call that your heart has been giving, the desire that's bubbling. And this is huge for you coming up. All right, we're going to tip this down and see what the cards have for you. Okay, all right, right there. Wow, crisp cards today. The soul cage and time to get out, divine sensuality, understanding this, time out, moving forward. There's a self-rescue that's going on, and then we have the wave of power. So the soul cage, it says, rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. And this is a second chance. The wave of power comes from within. The wave of power says a surge of power. I just said bubbling up. And this says upswing in energy. Exhilarating movement. Exhilarating. But this is the surge of power coming through. This soul cage, this way that this has been, is no longer there. For you, honey, it feels like a weight has been lifted, and allow it to be different. Allow the angels that have been around that try to help to lift a weight to allow you to move forward in whatever way this is, to really remove that. Don't keep, oh, please, please let me hold on to this. No, no, no. Divine sensuality, there's something about you getting your mojo back when you see things about divine sensuality. In tarot land, it would be Queen of Wands coming up. But this is divine sensuality. This one says making love erotica. You can take it for what it is. It's creativity on steroids. And it's not always our sensuality connected. And this is where I think sometimes the cards get a little wrong, or we as humans interpret romance sensuality as the only sensuality. Sensuality is also a reawakening and an enlivening of our own senses, of enjoying what it is to feel the air around us, enjoying what it is to be just so grateful that the shower feels totally great that day, and it's like, this is so relaxing, and understanding what our senses want to bring forward. Then sometimes in the romantic aspect, also rocking and rolling and really, really great. But the call is for you to understand, the own sway of your hips, the own beauty in your walk. The call is asking you to understand your own beauty in your soul and let that sing through every cell of your being. Your dreams are coming in. You're getting more and more a little bit earthy, is how I would describe that. If somebody's a real earthy woman, they sometimes are described as very sensual woman, very, how to explain this and not in the know. Knows what they're doing, knows their own geography. Yeah, a sensual woman knows her own geography, knows what she finds delicious, knows what she finds juicy about love, about life, about everything. So going towards the juiciness again is important for you. In the dreams, look for this. Look for whatever is the juicy peach in everything. Look for the juiciness again and again. And also, you're going to get I'm getting wallpaper from the 70s coming through with fruits on it. Things like this. This is going to be the universe giving you a subtle signal. And it's going to be the goofy wallpaper, the goofy stuff. I'm getting 70s kitchens all over the place. And even the 70s Jell-O molds that come through. They used to have molds of mushrooms. Do with that with what you will. I've probably got myself in enough trouble as this is. But whatever. This is the juiciness of life is there and all around you all the time. Your energy and your dreams are going to be seeing this. Look for what's going on. There's hints, and in the throwback, in the Wayback Machine, in the traveling back into the throwback. This is something that's really coming through for you. This is honoring what this is. See yourself as a whole person. Sometimes even in our thinking about our childhood and our parents, we didn't see them as whole people, yet they were. There's something also here about this kitchen energy where you sit yourself at the table for a moment. If you have a dreamscape where you're going into an old kitchen, whatever this is, whether it's your grandmother's, whether it's your mother's, whether it's one you've never been in your life, but it feels like home to you, you'll know this. There's something about being in this dreamscape of this 70s kitchen that's coming through, and I don't know what that's about. You probably have yet to have this dream. You'll probably have this dream in the next couple of weeks. I don't know, but that's what's coming up. That's what's coming in. Okay, next up, time out. This is awareness, contemplation, solitude, and time alone. Understand your own geography, understand your own terrain. This is something that's huge, and understand it spiritually as well. Understand what lights you up spiritually. It may not be what you think. If you need to take a belly dancing class, then do it. It's one of the most sensual art forms because you're enjoying and understanding the movement of the body, enjoying the roll of the hips, enjoying being in your body. Whether it's plus size or small size, doesn't matter. It's understanding your connection to the divine when you're in this human form now, and there's a huge amount of joy to come with this when you take the time out to do this. Sacrifice coming forward. You won't want to slow down to do this. It says, there are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. Sacrifice. This one is very intense. This is the most intense of the thing. And then the soul cage here. If you aren't going to do the spiritual homework that you need to do to get connected with your body and enjoy the human experience, you're always in some kind of land, whether the present, whether the past, but you're not in the now. You need to be more in the now. That's how you release from the soul cage, is feeling the energy in the now. Get out of your head a little bit and more into your hips, if that makes any sense at all. That's complete. Yeah, the mermaids are not screwing around for you on that one. That's just straight up kabammo. There you have it. So, wow, but that's what I've got. Yeah, take it serious. And look for that 70s kitchen. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, you'll understand. You will definitely understand. All right, that's complete. I am going to get some water. Yeah. Immortal 144-L hip shaker. Okay. I'm not sure what that all is, but you know the hips don't lie. You know the rolling in the deep. You know if your grandmother's kitchen, if you were to go back and run the film back and see your grandparents or your grandmother, she might have said things that were a little bit more innuendo and funny as a woman than you would realize as a child because she's cast in the role of grandmother. But yeah, totally, totally funny. Really, really brilliant energy coming through there. Okay, guys, let me show you what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to put a stop on that recording and I'll upload